Long before the world knew his name, a young medical student in Kabul looked in the mirror and said, "One day, I will be president of Afghanistan." He joined Afghanistan's ruling party as a young man, rising quickly through its ranks during one of the most turbulent decades in the country's history. In 1980, with the country engulfed in war, he was placed in charge of state intelligence, a wartime role that, like the era itself, remains deeply controversial. In 1987, he became president of Afghanistan, inheriting a nation exhausted by nearly a decade of war and a Soviet military preparing to leave. In February 1989, the last Soviet troops withdrawn. Many predicted his government would collapse within months. It would hold for 3 more years. Weeks later, Pakistan's ISI backed a massive assault on Jalalabad, with Pakistani commandos and artillery crews fighting alongside the attackers. The city held. He rebranded his government under a new slogan, "Homeland or the Grave," and opened his hand to religious leaders and former enemies alike. In March 1992, he sent his wife and daughters to India for safety. As the car pulled away, he stood firm, grief in his eyes, but no surrender in his spine. In 1992, he agreed to step down for a UN-brokered peace transition. But as the plan collapsed, he was blocked from leaving Kabul at the airport. He took refuge in the UN compound. Outside its walls, rival Mujahideen factions, Hizb-ut Islami, Jamiat Islami, tore Kabul apart for 4 years. In September 1996, as Taliban forces closed in on Kabul, he was offered one last chance to flee the country. He chose to stay. On September 27, 1996, Taliban fighters stormed the compound and killed him. Some reports allege Pakistani intelligence was involved, a claim still debated today. Years later, even some who once fought against him began to reconsider. Today, many young Afghans see him differently. Not a villain, but a man who refused to run. He warned that outside powers would destroy Afghanistan if the fighting continued.
Decades later, his daughter still carries his message: choose peace, choose unity.